guys.
Oh, fuck.
I don't know if this is going to be episode 5 or 4, because I did another episode that was gaming, and I kind of want to separate those, so see what happens there, but it's my boy Derek.
Hey, everybody.
It's been a long time since I've seen him, so we probably got a lot to catch up on. A lot of current events.
You missed the good stuff.
Yeah, you missed the good stuff. We just talked for like 30 minutes and didn't record anything, so we'll make it work, though. So,
What's on the agenda?
fucking all types of shit around here. That's the thing about this podcast, we keep it relatable and
All about relatability.
yeah, that's the main thing. We got to keep it relatable, you know. And I probably could have picked a better spot with some better internet.
Out here at the Big Creek.
Yep, out here at Big Creek. It's a nice day out, a little spicy out, but a little windy too. What did you think about that explosion in Beirut?
I thought it was pretty cool.
You thought it was pretty cool?
I mean, the look of it was
Yeah,
nice.
Did you see all the different angles and stuff on it?
I seen a few angles.
Yeah.
Did you see that one with the wedding?
Yeah.
And that lady? Yep.
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 That would have been crazy to be down there. Right there on the street. I mean, yeah, some of them, you know, it showed, like the one up in the hotel where they were kind of looking down at it, just fucking destroyed, like, those buildings within that mile, you know, just completely flattened them. And
I was reading yesterday they had used some kind of sensor, you know, technology and stuff, and they sensed a heartbeat under the rubble a month later. So
Wow.
they were trying to dig closer. I didn't follow up. To imagine somebody survived a month in the rubble is pretty crazy.
I mean, it's possible.
I think it's stuff like that's happened before, but I mean,
if they were right next to a fridge when they went, you know, when it went, funny but not funny.
if they were, if they were fasting that week, who knows? It's part of their religion, you know.
Shit.
I wasn't eating this week anyway. I'm glad to be under rubble.
And you know, they say that, you know, you can't survive more than like 3 days without food, but people have done it, so I just think it's all about your willpower. And
no, I think that's water.
Is it water?
You can go
dehydration
a while
after
without
3 days.
food, but water.
But you gotta have water, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm no scientist, that's why I got Derek here.
I graduated in science.
I didn't graduate. So he's more qualified than me on that.
I just spent 8 years learning on the side.
But yeah, and I saw that because at first they were saying it was a fireworks factory. That was like the first story, and then it got revealed that it was actually what was it, like fertilizer.
I've heard ammonium nitrate.
Yeah, it was ammonium because it was like it's fertilizer stuff, and
it wasn't sealed properly, or not sealed, but
that and
concealed properly.
The country, whoever brought it in didn't have the right paperwork or something, so the port held it, and they've been holding it for years until whoever brought it in they were supposed to pay a certain amount of money to get it out of there, and apparently multiple times it was talked about, you know, like, we need to get this out of here because something could happen. And then it finally did fucking blow up and killed a bunch of people, you know. So I think it was the government ignoring their people, you know, asking for help on it. And I mean, who knows, you know, how much of it's true or whatever, but
yeah,
that's just what I heard.
It's too hard to keep up with foreign relations.
Yeah.
How am I supposed to know what other countries got going on with each other?
And America is already we're too worried about, I mean, it's nice to be, you know, looking out for other people, but we're dipping our toes, in too much stuff that we don't need to be worrying about.
America first.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't want to get too woke on everybody.
Yeah, we don't want to get too far into that. But yeah. Supposedly there's vaccine in the works in the third phase for COVID. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
I mean, I heard I'm not too much into conspiracies, but I did hear like a month ago, this lady was talking about, what she thinks is going to happen. It was when because schools are open now. A lot of schools are open. It was before this. And she said, give it a month or two and you're going to have your first case of COVID. And then the school board's going to tell you, they're going to come up with this vaccine out of nowhere, and they're going to say, your kids can't come to school until they get this vaccine, and everyone in your household gets this vaccine.
Yeah.
And that was like her take on it and whatever. And, nobody knows what's going to be in this vaccine. And like I said, I'm not a huge like conspiracy theorist, but the government's not all for the people, so
you gotta wonder who's making it, how they're profiting.
And are they fast tracking it? Are they testing it properly?
And especially when it comes to this, COVID's blown out of proportion. We shouldn't be shut down.
No.
In any way.
See, and I've gone back and forth on it so many times because you can never trust news sources.
No, I mean at this point the numbers are out.
Yeah.
I mean, you got a 99% chance survival. The average death from COVID is 80 years old. I think the average death of of your American is 78. So you're already living longer.
Yeah. And that's what I wonder is how much are they actually stretching these numbers? Like,
only 6% of all deaths had only COVID. Most other deaths had 2 or more conditions. That was just released by the CDC.
Yeah.
The fucking CDC, people.
Yeah, I know. Listen to the people that you should actually listen to.
Well, I mean, they want to use them for their advantage, and when it goes against them, they don't want to use it.
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm ready for it all to just be over. Fucking go back to normal, not have to wear a mask everywhere. And
Australia is really cracking down on people for not wearing masks.
Oh, really?
In Victoria, I was just seeing they were arresting people for not wearing a mask.
Didn't they have a recent surge or something? Or was that... I know some country just did. I want to say it might have been Australia, but...
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't...
Surge and spike, those are trigger words to scare you into thinking things are worse than they really are. But you never hear about deaths anymore. Deaths have stayed on a steady line. If you're looking at a graph, they haven't moved. They keep going on the same path.
Yeah.
And they've gone down from, obviously, when they were at their worst.
And that's what I want to know. I want to know the statistics on the ages of these hundreds of thousands of people that have supposedly died from it.
They're on the CDC
and their underlying...
website.
Yeah.
They're
See,
on
and
there
I
now.
haven't checked that out myself.
It's really tough to navigate.
Yeah.
But you have your fancy PC, so you may be able to do it. I can only see it all on the phone.
Yeah.
I'm using the mobile version, trying to go through fucking line graphs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's out there. In our age range, we have like a 99.6% survival rate.
Yeah.
Probably even more because all the people we don't know have it. And they're just out there hanging out.
Trying to look for this. Did you hear about Elon Musk's neural network thing that he's doing or something?
Neuralink.
Yeah, Neuralink.
His company.
Yeah.
The chip was a lot bigger than I thought it would be. The chip is about the size of a woman's wristwatch.
Wow.
Not in length, but the circular part in the middle. Yeah, it's pretty large. You hear all that the chips are going to be like micro, but it's at least a quarter.
Like, what is the objective of it? I haven't even read into it, really. I just heard about it.
He's wanting to use it to help with brain problems. I imagine he's going to try to treat things like anxiety. But then he also says it could work for paralysis and spinal problems. I don't know what the science is behind that, putting a chip in the brain to make you walk again. But
well, I mean, our brains are just computers, electric.
I get if something's not severed. I always assume the reason you're paralyzed is because something's severed and you can't repair that. That should have nothing to do with the brain.
But yeah, I mean, and there's a lot of times where it's not severed, and they don't
It's
know
just-
why.
yeah,
and
it's
they
just
don't know
your
why.
brain that
It's
got
just
hit somewhere
something. Yeah, something needs rewired in there.
Now you got a limp.
If you get an AI neural network that knows what it's doing, maybe it could reroute those connections and make someone walk again.
And
Or get rid of dementia or whatever.
yeah,
Because I know they say music really helps dementia patients. Like just something to do with like music that they've heard in the past. It just like brings their memories out, and it's just electrical connections in your brain. So if you can stimulate those with a computer in a certain way,
yeah.
it's probably endless. And like they say,
No, it's definitely endless. I mean, I could use it. My short-term memory is terrible. My general memory is terrible. If I could use it
throw a
to
chip in my
unlock
head.
some fucking some memories, just some knowledge, not even like personal memories, just knowledge that I need to pull up at certain times. Did
For
you see
real.
the video of the pig though?
No.
So there's a video of the pig, and it has the Neuralink in it. Had the Neuralink in it for over a month when he's doing the little lecture, and you hear these like doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. He's like, those are the brain waves of the pig, blah blah blah. And then so he just went through all the stuff we went through with the brain and the spinal.
Yeah.
And then one of the reporters asked, would you be able to summon your Tesla? And he said, of course. So it's going to be used for everything. You'll be able to start your car with your head.
Yeah, that's gonna be crazy. Yeah, you got the motion gestures. Yeah, just put your head up to your car and it will start. Yeah, that's gonna be crazy though. And just like, I mean, they have neural, not quite as advanced as that, but you can like link your brain to a computer and like control it. Like they've already done that apparently, like moving the mouse and clicking on things with no input by just your brain.
What the
So I can imagine, just like how many things you could control, just with your fucking brain. It's gonna be crazy. Our lifetime is definitely the time to be alive.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things going on that even 10 years people wouldn't think about.
Yeah, apparently they already have the ability to put what we have in the phone, all that technology, into like the size of a cell.
Yeah.
Like microscopic. And so that's what they're talking about putting into our brains also.
Well, the first mission to the moon, I saw a documentary on that. The first iPhone 3G, the amount of power in that was like, I want to say like double the amount of power that was in the first fucking rocket that went to the moon. Like,
I believe that.
That's crazy. Like, and that was what, I think 2007 the first iPhone came out or something.
Yeah.
And now it's what, 13 years later. I mean,
there's some guy's name's law, insert guy's name law, that every 6 month technology advances like
trifold or something.
Yeah, like double.
Oh.
Technology doubles every 6 months.
And every year, I think that doubles in itself. Like, technology is just ramping up so fast, it's crazy. Like, yeah, it's... By the time we're fucking, even by the time we're like 50, it's going to be... I guarantee you, I'm going to call 80% of vehicles on the road are going to be fully autonomous. By the time we're 50. So in another 25 years, I think about 80% of vehicles will be fully autonomous, I think.
I could believe that.
Because, don't quote me, but I think the Tesla OS I think they did just come out with their final update to bring full autonomy to their cars. I might be wrong, but it's definitely, if it's not in there yet, it's in the pipeline very close.
Don't you like driving, though?
I do like driving, but there are occasions where...
Long drives.
Like long drives, and they're not going to let you sleep, I mean, you still have to, like, I think every 3 minutes you have to wiggle your wheel or push a button, just so it knows that you're awake, otherwise it will start slowing down, turn on your fucking flashers, and pull over for you automatically, like, it's crazy. I want a Tesla, I do.
I want one of them Cybertrucks, go drive through some protest.
I'd probably still drive one.
We're just joking here, people. I'll slowly push through them.
Yeah.
The windows are bulletproof. That's the reason why.
Well, supposedly, but that baseball he threw went right through that window. So
Was it a baseball?
It was a metal, like a big ass like BB, pretty much. Like I think
they threw it at it.
But yeah, I think
I seen it. The car was driving and something hit it, like a hammer or something, popped out of the back of a truck and hit the Tesla car that was supposed to be bulletproof, and it fucking cracked the window. I have such a fear since Final Destination, of course.
I just watched all 5 of them last week, by the way.
Falling out of a truck in front of you.
Yeah.
I was driving behind this truck that just was full of rocks. One bump and a huge rock is just flying at your car.
Yeah, definitely. And if you're not...
So
if your reflexes aren't...
Get a Cybertruck.
It'll save your life.
Cybertruck.
I wonder what the commercials are going to be like for that when it actually releases. It's just going to... See, in like commercials...
I think a protest commercial would be pretty good. Were you just driving through downtown when you were suddenly surrounded and beaten with baseball bats? Get a Cybertruck.
You don't even have to touch the wheel and it'll plow through those motherfuckers for you. Safely. At a fair speed. Yeah, we don't want to kill anybody. Oh, shit. I'm sorry. You want a tea? I got fucking I got a mango Arizona. I got Powerade.
Let me get some Powerade action.
I think I got a red and blue.
Another flavor of tea?
I have a peace tea, the original lemonade one.
I'll try that. I don't like mango. You hear that, people? I don't fucking like mango. I don't care if it's the most popular fruit in the world. I don't care what them Brazilians say.
I don't mind mango. I like peach and mango, but if it's too overpowering, then yeah, I don't like it.
But tastes good.
Aunt Jemima.
You know they're still selling that disgrace in stores.
What, Aunt Jemima?
Yeah.
You don't like that stuff?
Of course I love it. Come on, I'm a big fan of Jemima. They tried desecrating our woman.
High fructose corn syrup? Mm-hmm.
She'll be gone by next year.
Yeah.
Yep. Next thing you know, there won't be black people on any food.
Probably, yeah.
No, I see. I don't know if it was a joke or not, but you know, Master P, classic '90s rap, bourbons and Cadillacs. Master P is putting out some syrup, Master P syrup, and it's got him looking like Aunt Jemima on the cover. So he could actually take over the syrup game big time. You know, he's actually Canadian.
Is he really?
No. Oh. But he may as well be.
Fact check.
He's got that maple.
That's funny. Oh, fucking Monday's Labor Day. I don't work Monday. I just remembered that. Awesome. Oh, yeah, I was talking about jobs. Where are you working right now? Oh, yeah, you're not working. Sorry, that wasn't a joke. I literally forgot. I wasn't trying to roast.
I've been applying for jobs. I have terrible interview skills.
Oh, dude. What? No.
No, I do. I've failed like 3 interviews now.
No.
Yeah. So.
I don't believe that.
I recently worked for a company. You probably don't even know this. We haven't seen each other in a long time.
Oh, it's been...
recently worked for a very large company. You may know him as Schmel Schmargo, okay? I worked for Schmel Schmargo, and I was making pretty good money. Worked there for like a year.
What were you doing?
Mortgage. But I wasn't like...
So
I wasn't selling mortgages. I was just in the mortgage side.
You were like data entry?
Call center.
Oh, call center. Okay.
Yep. Did that for a year. And then I was hating it with an extreme passion. But I think it was also the combo of... I was in that apartment. You went there once?
Yeah.
I was in this tiny studio apartment. It was basically
that was
underground.
Okay,
It was fine until 2 years later I started to go insane because that place is fucking cursed. The fucking veteran above me ended up shooting himself one day. The whole place is just depressing.
Okay, then yeah, that's pretty good you got out of there, I guess, then. Shit.
But now I'm unemployed for over a month now and running out of income, and I could use a GoFundMe, people. So
we'll have that in the description down below.
I can't apply for unemployment because I quit my job, even though I gave it 2 weeks' notice. And
yeah,
it's not like I didn't want to work for Schmel Schmargo. If you're listening, Schmel Schmargo, I'm about to go homeless. So
give him his job back.
Give me my fucking job back. Excuse the language.
Please and thank you.
So I've reapplied for like 7 different positions there and have gotten nothing.
Really?
Yeah. Everything else either wants to drug test you. They don't drug test there. Shout out to Schmel Schmargo. And yeah, everybody else wants to drug test you, man. Otherwise you're gonna make $10.
What, you can't quit for a couple weeks?
What? Well, I gotta quit for like a month and a half to get clean.
Oh. What?
Anytime I've quit,
I've quit
a few times in the past, and that's what most people would say is it doesn't take that long. But
if you're drinking water and
no, dude, it at least takes a month for me to get clean.
You're not. It would take me a month, maybe.
No, I know it's crazy, but it's
crazy.
been multiple times. Back when I was on probation, I was like, no, I should be clean. I haven't been smoking for over a month. Dirty, and then I quit back in 2016 for a month. Got tested at this place I went to get tested. Still dirty.
After a month?
Yeah. And even the guy there was like, what the fuck do you smoke? I'm like, the chronic.
Apparently, some good shit.
This is what happens when you
Better
smoke
than I thought.
That's what happens when you smoke every fucking day since you're 13.
Damn, 13?
13 or 14 is when I started smoking.
I didn't start until the summer after 10th grade. I thought it was bad.
I started probably the summer before 8th grade.
You were a youngin'.
Yeah,
I was always like so against it. Like
I can't even remember the first time I smoked.
I
Literally cannot. A lot of people have that story, but it was either with Frank, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't. My mom had a fucking boyfriend back in the day, and she had some kids that one was my age. I think him and I smoked.
Yeah.
And that was the summer of before 8th grade. What a summer it was, people. It was the first 24-hour nighter I made. An all-nighter, as the kids call them.
Shit, now you're lucky to make it to fucking 2.
Me? Fuck, dude, I'm a tired boy. I'm a sleepy boy.
Fucking 6:30 at night. His blinds are closed.
Woo! Blinds closed. They're always blacked
That's
out.
how my neighbors are. Fuck, they go to bed at fucking 6. They literally go to bed at like 6:30. I'm like, what the fuck? Jeez.
I will fall asleep whenever. If it's 7, I'm out. I don't care. Anything hot in the news?
Science. Got new astonishing images of the intricate structure of the sun. That's interesting.
Big fan of the sun.
Yep.
Big fan.
Definitely helps everybody out, you know.
Mm-hmm. I could definitely understand why they praise it as a god. It basically is. If you were to look at it scientifically, the sun is our god.
I mean, yeah, if the sun went away, we'd be dead. I mean, that's that.
And the sun's gravity is what created us.
Yeah.
I watched Cosmos episode 1 the other day, so I was on this.
I do want to watch that.
The Earth was just dust spinning around the fucking sun. And really, all the planets in the solar system were dust spinning around the sun. And then they fucking just come together over millions and millions and millions and millions and probably billions of years.
So you're a believer in evolution?
Yeah.
Okay. See, I remember we click like that. See.
Yeah. I mean, compared to what?
Something out of nothing. I don't know. You know, some people just, I mean, not hating on religion or anything, but
yeah,
I'm more of a scientific, you know.
I enjoy the values. That's something I've kind of changed over the years. I enjoy the values of religion.
Yeah.
And Christianity and all that. But yeah, the 6,000-year-old thing, that's a thing of the past. I don't even think most religious people believe that anymore.
religion changes with time. It's just what's going on in the world, and I mean, but yeah, I mean I'm a believer in evolution. Everything on this planet is made from stardust. Like everything you can find here on our planet is out there in space in some form. So, and that goes along with people that.
Well, at least the basis of
yeah.
it. I gotta imagine.
Yeah, the elements
some new
and
shit that
minerals and
here.
yeah, and there's some people that don't believe in aliens. Like, there's no possible fucking way that we are the only planet with life.
Yeah, the question is,
Period.
What kind of life?
Yeah.
Intelligent life? Then it gets way smaller.
Well, but some people just don't believe in life at all on other planets. Like, this is it right here. Like,
yeah.
There's no way, like...
Yeah, but they gotta believe in microorganisms, right?
They're probably not even thinking about that,
Yeah,
like...
They're probably just thinking, there's no other people.
There's a
like
lot
us out
more
there.
to this planet than people realize, like... Yeah, there's a lot of microorganisms and...
Just think of, like, that patch of grass out there. How much is living in there?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you get down on
And
a
it's just-
microscopic
and then
level.
Multiply that by fucking billions.
Yeah.
And that's
And,
just Earth.
And, they've been finding a lot of, animals living in, like, extremely harsh conditions that you wouldn't think would even be able to live, like those ones that live on the geothermal vents. I forget what they're called, but, I don't know what they're called, but, if something can live in those harsh conditions, something can live,
It can
out there on other planets.
We've adapted. We've
Yeah.
adapted to not live out there.
Yeah.
You think we compare anything to the fucking people like us 50,000 years ago? We may look like them, but they're fucking a whole nother species.
Yeah. It's crazy.
10,000 years ago, there was a fucking ice age, and there was just tribes out there doing their thing, killing woolly mammoths in a fucking ice age.
Just learning how to make fire. Now we just got fire in our fucking hands. It's crazy. Coronavirus deaths projected to more than double by January.
So 12,000.
410,000 supposedly.
I'm going with the only COVID deaths from now on.
Yeah.
Because if you got fucking cancer and you get COVID, well, it may have accelerated it, but fuck, you could have got the flu too.
Yeah. That's why I say, it's like yes, it's real. Like, it's a deadly virus, but it's not like...
Well, yeah, people take things that I'll say, be like, so you're saying it's a hoax? Like, no.
Like, no, it's a real thing, but...
It's blown out of proportion.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be shut down.
This
Shouldn't be arrested for
This is
it.
one of the things we talked about in one of the episodes was, like, as I get older, like, I'm seeing through the media more and more, like I'm starting to realize how much of it is, like, designed, like, to sway your opinion certain ways, and, like...
I know, dude.
Like, I'm starting to see through it, like...
I got red-pilled back in 2015, okay? I've been on the fucking front battleground since then.
When he was born, he was woke.
Fuck, I was so woke back in high school. I hate my fucking woke self from back then. But it's what made me who I am.
Yeah, definitely.
It makes me appreciate hating that side more. The woke side.
Yeah.
But yeah, the media is fucking the big three.
It's crazy, yeah.
It's insane. Like the story the Atlantic put out on Trump. Did you see anything on that? The Atlantic is fucking propaganda at its finest. You could look it up.
I'm sure, yeah.
Yeah, they put out a bullshit story on how he was, this was from 2 years ago. They had to pull up a story from 2 years ago, out of nowhere, that when they were in France and it was raining, the Secret Service had to call off a trip. And so, that was the story. It was raining, they couldn't go commemorate the military in France, so blah blah blah. That was it. But then the Atlantic comes out, and instead of it raining, Trump said basically, fuck the French, fuck their military, we're going home.
Yeah, I can see
so,
that.
like, they got a bunch of quotes of how he's disparaging the military.
I can see that, yeah.
But it's completely false. They have 4 anonymous sources. They won't come forward. But then 10 sources who were there have come forward and said it's false. But yeah, it's still getting pushed as like a fact. It never happened. If anything, he fucking praises military more than they want.
Yeah.
He praises them, they hate him. He goes against the military. He's an asshole.
That's the thing. Like, yeah, like I'm not gonna straight up say I like Trump as a person either, but he's not he's not what people make him out to be. Like, there's so many instances of people just dogging on him. Like,
it's insane.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like him either, but he's not the fucking worst person in the world like everybody makes him out to be. And
I remember being in your garage and one of your fat friends was getting on me because this was maybe right after Trump was elected. Or before.
I won't name him, but yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Put him on blast. Put him on blast because he was wrong. Okay?
Well, now he's against him. Or something.
Who?
Or wait, what were you saying?
He was anti-Trump.
Okay, he still is.
Yeah, of course he is. They don't fucking change. Why would they take facts and use them when they're against them? So anyway, he was going on about the Paris Climate Accord and how we shouldn't get out of it. And then the argument to get out of it is that we were paying for everything in it, and the other countries weren't doing enough on their end.
Yeah.
So we leave the Paris Climate Accord. Years later, we have decreased emissions and been more energy efficient than the standards that were set forward in the Paris Agreement, and the other countries have not. We've exceeded what was needed to happen, and we didn't need to pay for other countries for us to do it. Yeah, so fuck that guy, whoever he is. He's wrong. It's cliche at this point, years later, but facts over feelings, people.
On a side note, Witcher 3 is coming to PS5 and Xbox as a free upgrade. So if you get the PS5, you'll get Witcher 3.
Witcher 3 is my favorite game.
What are you thinking about Cyberpunk? Have you seen much on it?
What do you mean?
I know you. I mean, it's by the same people. Of course, you're going to support it.
We were probably watching the Cyberpunk trailer years ago.
Oh yeah.
They released that one in 2012.
Yeah.
We didn't know each other back then, but I mean, we were on that shit.
Yeah. It's going to be a dope-ass game, for sure.
Yeah, I've been following it the whole way. You know when things get too mainstream that you don't like them anymore? I hope it doesn't get that way. Because now everybody's like, oh, Cyberpunk's going to be the best game of the year. And I want to agree with them.
It's in a unique position. It's almost like a GTA clone, but futuristic, more RPG-oriented. Like, there's not a lot of games that compete with GTA. Like, it's pretty much like it's almost the same thing, like I said.
I never played Mafia. How was that? Does that compete with GTA?
Yeah. Yes and no, yeah. That remastered one they just came out with is pretty... I haven't played it, but... It looks good. Yeah, I haven't played any of the Mafias, but yeah, the original Mafia that they just remastered is like a totally different game. On another side note, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2, that remaster, totally different game. Coding-wise, it's the exact same as the... I don't know if you played them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know how they felt. They just felt really, like, smooth and, like, I don't know, just, like... It had a certain feeling to it.
Back then?
Yeah.
Back then, they felt smooth.
Yeah.
So I recently, within the past couple of years, had bought a PS2 and played the old Tony Hawk games. They did not feel smooth. But it's just because we've progressed.
Yeah.
It was 15 years.
Yeah, games now. Yeah, there's a different standard now, and you gotten used to it.
But
what I was saying was, like, the code, like, all the coding and stuff, the stuff behind the scenes, like, the controls is all exactly the same from the original games. But the look of the game is, like, just totally... We were watching side by side yesterday from our OG to now, and it's crazy how... You know, a lot of remasters suck. Like, they're not real remasters. But it's the same people that did the Crash Bandicoot trilogy remaster recently. Yeah, and I guess that was really good.
Naughty Dog? It's not Naughty Dog.
No.
Who the fuck did that? Google it. It's not Ubisoft.
Vicarious Visions. That's who it is.
Vicarious Visions. We
Yeah.
all know them.
We all know them for their work on Spider-Man in 2000.
Woo! Is that the movie one? That can't be the movie one. That's too early.
No, it's the original PlayStation Spider-Man, I guess.
That one sucked.
SpongeBob game, Monsters Inc.
Have you played the PS4 Spider-Man?
No, I haven't.
Oh my
I would,
God.
yeah.
That game is fucking amazing, people.
Definitely like a top 5 PlayStation.
Amazing.
Like, yeah. Yeah, they did Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3, Pro Skater 4, Tony Hawk's
What have they done
Underground.
recently? Besides Crash and Spyro.
Skylanders, Guitar Hero 7,
Guitar Hero.
Call of Duty Roman Wars. What?
Is that to be released?
No, 2008. PC,
Oh.
PS3, and Xbox 360.
Yeah, that's too
Roman
long.
Wars?
Too long ago.
I've never...
Call of Duty, though. They didn't have guns back then. Call of Duty is guns. If you don't have them, what are you
Roman
doing?
Wars, yeah, I don't know.
Dude, you know I never really got into Call of Duty too much. I played a little bit
Yeah.
online. The new
It's-
Cold War Call of Duty story mode looks like one of the best story modes I've seen
Oh, yeah,
for any
it's-
shooter.
Yeah, it'll be good. I mean, Call of Duty story modes have always been like... There's never been one that's like really bad. I mean...
Did you see the trailer for it?
Yeah. Yeah, I
Dude,
saw there's
what
two
the
trailers
fuck?
out right now.
It's exhilarating.
And the
Get out and shoot some commies.
the multiplayer reveal is on the 9th. It's getting hot. But yeah, and they just recently... I know you're not like huge on that multiplayer, but they did have they had leaked footage of the multiplayer yesterday too, and we watched a little bit of that. But yeah, I've fallen off it. Like, you know, Warzone. You know what Warzone is. Like, I've fallen off of that. I just haven't been in the mood to play it anymore.
PS Plus had PUBG this month.
Yeah,
so I
PUBG
downloaded
and
it, but
what was the other one?
Street Fighter.
Street Fighter 5, yeah. Which
Last
I'll probably
month,
try.
Though, Fall Guys.
Man,
I get down in some fucking Fall Guys.
I'm telling you, yeah, it's... See, yeah, they need more like...
There's season 2's gonna have more.
Did you see the trailer?
Did they release one?
Yeah, for season 2.
When?
Oh, I
was
can't do
just-
that
I
in
was
this
just-
episode, too.
no,
We'll watch
no.
it after the episode.
I was just
but
reading about season 2 3 or 4 days ago. Did they release it since then?
the trailer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so-
Yeah, it's medieval themed. So they're reskinning... Well, not necessarily reskinning. There's a couple new levels. Like, there's a new ring level, a new...
There better be new levels.
like the one where you... What's that one where you have to run over the spinning thing? Not the big one, the big spinning one, but there's like a couple small ones that you have to like that one's getting a reskin, and there's a new course where you have to push these platforms. Like everybody has to work together. It's solo, but everybody has to work together to push these platforms and like jump on top of them to get to the next area. Like, so that's like a new level, and then yeah, all the skins. Yeah, it's like medieval themed this time, but they could do so many different things with that game. You know, I can see crossovers and stuff in the future, like, you know, different, maybe like Marvel even. You know, who knows? I mean,
yeah, of course.
yeah,
Once Disney gets a hold of it.
it's definitely. Oh God, I hope not.
Disney owns Marvel.
I know.
Yeah, they need to add more levels. There needs to be at least 4 new levels.
Yeah, and I'm sure there's some stuff that they didn't show.
Get rid of that perfect match game
Perfect match game.
where you gotta match the fruits.
Oh fuck that one,
That's so boring.
man.
Slows it
That
down.
I don't. That's not the one I hate the most though. I think I hate the.
Slime Climb.
That one sucks, yeah. But that is, I was watching a video on that the other day, and that's like the most, like strategic one, or like, it's like the hardest one pretty
No,
much,
it
but
is.
there's actual skill involved in it, you know, it's
Going
not.
over the fucking...
Oh, and another thing they're adding, which I'm kind of on the fence on, is, you know, on some of the, like the tail tag, one where you have to grab tails.
Yeah,
and there's those spinning hammers.
Yeah.
Apparently, they're going to add a new, it's called the yeet hammer. It's like the yeet hammer or something. And it's going to randomly appear on all the levels at certain points in the level. And it'll just randomly fucking hit people. And it might be for their good or for worse. Like, it might hit them towards the goal. It might. So that's going to be like a thing. It's just like a stage thing. That it's just going to be in all the levels. And it's randomly going to appear and like start fucking hitting people. So... yeah, I'm kind of on the fence on that one. I mean, not necessarily against it, but...
I'd have to see it in action.
Yeah, yeah, it's called the yeet something. Like, come on, dude. But, yep. What the fuck are we at here? We're at 42 minutes here. Get it.
I thought those were old people for a second.
Like, wait a second.
Listening to Lupe Fiasco? Who was that? Was that Lupe?
I don't know. I didn't quite catch it all.
Alright. Who the fuck sings that song? We're gonna go with Lupe.
Yeah. I don't know. What else is there in the world to talk about? I think it's been alright so far. I mean, we've had some good topics here.
Yeah. Yeah. No lie.
What else is there to talk about? I don't fucking know. It's hot out. It's been worse though. Fucking last week. Was it last week that it was like high 90s? Oh my god.
Yeah, it was pretty hot last week.
I haven't even told you like what I'm doing for a job right now, I don't think. Or did I?
Roofing?
Not roofing, gutters. But pretty much fucking roofing. I'm up on a roof fucking hanging gutters and stuff, and man, it fucking sucks. Especially when like 99% of the roofs are black.
Did you have to drop for that?
Black gutter. I think I was supposed to, but they never did. I mean, you know, it don't matter to me. I don't smoke. I wish I could, but weed does the opposite for me. It gives me anxiety now, and I really wish it didn't. But it just don't do it for me anymore. I don't know. Fucking sucks, because I would love to. It is saving me money, though, for sure. But, yeah, I wish I could.
This is all just a fake story I'm about to tell. So I drove out to Colorado, made a trip. Remember, fake story. And drove out there, left at midnight here. Got out there and left and was back by 10:40 p.m. the same day. 23-hour drive, people.
Nice.
Did it all at once, all by myself, no sleep.
And you weren't swerving on the way
Fake
back?
Story. The last 30 minutes.
Oh, dude, it was a
when
stretch,
it was
wasn't
really dark, because you know it doesn't get dark at least back then until like 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
So like that once it got dark and then it really kicked in, I was, yeah, yep, I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah, I went with a coworker to Omaha, or was it Omaha? Yeah, I think it was Omaha, to go to the airport, and I had to drive his car back. And man, yeah, like I was fucking...
Only Omaha? Omaha's
yeah,
like
I know.
A 2-hour drive.
Or was it Omaha?
2 or 3 hours, maybe.
Yeah, so... It was like a 12-hour fucking thing or something. Maybe
Really?
It wasn't Omaha. I can't remember, but... He drove there and I drove back, and I didn't get any sleep on the way there. And... Man, I started fucking dozing off while I was on the freeway. Like, I all about had to pull over, but I fucking woke myself up and I was like, alright, let's fucking finish this shit.
Yeah, I've been there.
Like,
dude.
I've never been to that point where I'm, like, seriously, like, falling asleep at the wheel. Like,
what you gotta do, pull over, get gas, take 10 minutes.
Yeah, just take a short little break and...
You'll be surprised how much it works.
Recuperate.
And if you take a nap, fuck it, you just took a nap, oh well.
Yeah.
But, Yeah, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, you'll be surprised how well it works.
Yep. Yeah, I'm about ready to quit this fucking job. I got fired from my other job a month ago for being on my phone while I was on my forklift. Mind you,
They
I get
fired
it.
you?
I get it. It's like it is a safety thing. But one, I was literally going like this fast, like literally, I'm no exaggeration. I was going like this fast in an aisle by myself, nothing to do, no orders to pick, nothing to put away, because I was in a warehouse where we had John Deere parts and we like put them up in the shelves and picked orders, took them up to the front, and whatever. Nothing to do at all. So they want us to sweep. And my boss saw me on my phone while I was on my forklift moving, and I didn't think he was going to report me, and he did. And then like the main boss wasn't there for a whole week, and then like that Monday he pulled me into the office, like all the way up front, the fucking big boy office, and I had no clue what they were pulling me in there. And he was like, "You know why you're in here?" I was like, "No." And then he started telling me, and he was like, "Yep, you're done." I was like, "Okay." And it was kind of funny because I think he thought I was gonna like make a scene or something, but I was just like, "Okay." Like, I was ready to get the fuck out of there anyway, but not get fired, clearly. But
Yeah.
But I found a job, pretty quickly within a week. But now I hate this fucking job, and I'm trying to find another one, and can't fucking get another job now. Nobody's, like... I applied at Wrench and Go, and I had an interview. It went really well. The guy liked me, I liked him, and it seemed like...
In person or over the phone?
Yeah, in person. And he, like... It was the longest, most informative interview I've had. Like, he actually engaged with me and, like, answered questions and, like, showed me around. It went really well, and I really thought, like, for sure I had it. Nothing. And I've called him multiple times, and he's like, we're still doing interviews. We'll let you know. They're not. I really don't think they're going to call me.
If they want you, I'm having the same problem.
Yeah, it's
if
like,
they
dude.
want you, they'll make sure to let you know right away.
Yeah.
Be like, okay, we've filled this position, now we don't have to keep
well,
doing interviews.
I get it. Like, at first they told me, yeah, we have a bunch more interviews to do, a couple more positions and everything. We'll give you a call here in a couple days. A couple days went by, and I called the woman that initially set me up with it. Didn't answer. Called her the next day. Didn't answer. Called her the next day. Didn't answer. At her work phone, mind you. Like, so it's like, just tell me. Like, did I not get the job? Just let me know so I can quit fucking around with you and move on. Like,
yeah.
But it just went so well. I thought for sure. I've never really declined a job before, like, ever.
I have.
I've always just gotten the job. Like,
I know, dude.
I go in there and own it. I'm like, this is what I'm going to do for you. I'm a great employee. I get along with everybody. Like, I just go in there and fucking own it.
I've had to do over-the-phone interviews.
And that's probably a little awkward,
It sucks a bit. Like, I do good until they get into situational questions. Now, situational questions, people. What are you going to do when this happens? Blah, 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 blah. Or tell me of a time you did this in this situation. I hate those fucking things. Let me just fucking prove to you I can do the work.
Yeah. That's
I hate those, dude. The interview will go perfect until that point. And then I, like, fumble over my words and give some half-ass answer. And then they're like, all right, I guess we got other interviews to do. See you later.
And that's all it should be about is, like, just give you a chance. If they don't like you, they can always let you go. And they can keep searching in the meantime, if they're not sure if you're going to work out, I mean, just... That's the main thing, like, employers, give people chances and you'll be surprised.
Especially when I've already worked for you and met goals before. God damn it.
It's crazy. You got to give people chances,
They say right now, because of COVID and so many people lost their jobs, that now that jobs are coming back, the market's being flooded with people.
I'm sure, and probably a lot of subpar people,
Well, and yeah, there's a lot of subpar people, but I think the other problem is that there's a lot of qualified people.
Oh, that too, yeah.
Which are taking the position.
And that's what I think. Yeah, I got fucking taken over by somebody more qualified, which...
Man.
Because I was going to be an operator, like moving cars around the junkyard and stuff, and I really wanted to work for this company because they're owned by Alter Recycling, which is like a huge recycling company, and he told me, like, if you don't end up liking this job, there's plenty of opportunities to move to other positions. Like, eventually I could be a crane operator. They make fucking good money. They probably make $50 an hour, like crane operators. It's crazy.
I know, man.
So I'm pretty fucking upset about that, but...
If I could get clean, I'd love to work, like, as a carpenter.
Yeah.
Go to the carpenter union?
My buddy's dad, JT's dad, he does carpentry, and I've helped him a couple times. Or not carpentry, putting carpet in. But that's a little different, but yeah. Yeah, I like jobs where you're just kind of doing your own thing, and like you don't have people fucking on your neck like quota.
I actually worked at Wells Fargo. Sorry. Schmargo. I didn't even mean to say their name. Edit
Cut.
that out. Edit that out, God damn it. I worked at FedEx. I'll say their fucking name. Fuck that company. I worked at FedEx for 2 weeks like a month ago.
Oh, really?
And 3 a.m., maybe 2 a.m., maybe 3:30 a.m. You never know. But you're going to come in at that time and you're going to leave at 8, 8:30, 9, 9:30. You never know. And dude, just unloading trucks. You'd have a fucking massive semi with all you shit fucking plebs out there and all your fucking online orders just filled with it. And believe me, they treat your product like shit.
Yeah.
They just throw it. You could have a brand new PC, dude. It will get launched down that fucking trailer. They don't give a fuck. But anyway, they just work your fucking ass off.
All those fucking delivery companies. I've just heard bad things about them. Like,
Well,
unless you're a driver, then you're gonna hate your fucking job, basically.
Yeah.
Like that's what I've heard.
They gave me the hardest position. I think they do that with most of the guys. But there's other positions that would make the same money
Yeah.
that I did during the training. It's like piece of cake. No problem. You could do that all day.
But no, they don't want you doing that.
No, let's save that for the fucking 60-year-old women.
They want you to be able to do that if you need to cover that, but they don't want you fucking doing the easy job.
Yeah, so I go up to the one guy, the one manager. And it wasn't even the manager I should have told, but I was just like, fuck it, he's a manager. So I was just like, hey, I quit. He's like, what? Like, nobody had ever told him that before. He's like, what? I was like, yeah, dude, here's my stuff. I'm out of here. It's just not for me.
Okay.
He was like, ah.
He's like,
And
crap.
he must have not told anybody, because they proceeded to fucking call me the next day, and then they send out text messages for when you were due to come in. I got those for another week and a half after I quit.
Like, I quit.
Yeah, I think I ended up doing that. I was like, just quit messaging me. I don't know if you're a robot or not, but quit it.
You stop it, you. That's funny.
I just can't subject myself to another shitty $11 an hour job.
No. No, you're better than that. No, that's my thing. Like, I've been making 16. That's what I make now. That's what I made at the other job. I'm not taking less than 16. I can't do it.
I was making 17 at Wells Fargo. 17 plus.
I got so many bills to pay. I can't afford to take less than 16. So, but that's what you got to do. You just got to go in there and make demands. If they don't like it, they're not gonna work with you. But you got to give people a chance, or you're never gonna know.
I think I can get one of these positions there, but after working there, I know how shitty that department is. And it's so shitty that basically they'll hire you, because they probably go through so many people.
Oh, yeah.
I could fucking just be like, alright, give me that fucking $32,000 a year, whatever the fuck it would be.
Yeah.
But I had applied for a few.
That's probably what?
40,000 plus
14 and a
year.
half or something then.
Yeah.
It's 32,000. That's probably like 14 and a half, maybe 15 an
Yeah,
hour.
and that's before taxes.
Yeah. See, and I'm fucking fed up with, like, go America, but I am fed up with America almost, like, with all the taxes and, like, stupid fucking rules and
Libertarian Brandon.
stuff. God damn it. I'm all for America, but, man, I am tempted to move to, like, Canada. I really am.
The taxes are way worse up there. They have
Are they really?
They have like 50. Yeah, because the government pays for everything and they get all their money from the people. They got like 40-50% tax on certain things.
God damn it. I'm going to move somewhere.
In Sweden, if you buy a car, I think you pay double.
Oh, really?
Because it's a car tax basically.
Oh.
If you buy a car that's $20,000, you're basically gonna end up paying $40,000 to have that car. There's taxes all over.
But there are places where, you know, your income isn't quite as outweighed as like the taxes are. Like the ratios, there are good, you know, a lot better countries, you know, I mean, where you don't pay so much taxes and it's still like, you know, reasonable prices and everything. I guess I couldn't tell you where, but fuck, I don't know, I'm tired of taxes, goddamn it.
Like I said, Libertarian Brandon, we're against taxes, goddamn it. Taxation is theft.
Well, they don't use it for good things really anymore, so it's like, fuck, why am I paying you?
No.
You're not doing anything with it. And it's like they were so butthurt about sending out, you know, the Trump checks. Like, you're just giving us the money back that you owe us anyway. Like, why are you so, like, I thought for sure they were going to send a second one out because everybody was complaining about it. And, like, the first check just wasn't quite enough. Like, we need another one. And I thought for sure they were going to send another one, but it just didn't happen. And
no, they
especially
can't.
with Io, you know, with this Derico thing or whatever. Derecho.
The derecho?
See, and when you
it's
said that,
derecho, eh?
I hadn't heard anybody say that yet, and I was like, "What?" I didn't know that it was a thing, not like the name of it.
Phone?
Yeah, you said it to me on the
We
phone because you asked what we talked about, and I was like, "Yeah, Derico," and you're like, "No, it's Derecho or something." I'm like, I didn't know that was a type of like hurricane. I thought they were just calling it.
Derecho was just invented about 15 days ago, or whatever the fuck this storm was. Nobody had heard of that before.
Yeah.
I'm pronouncing it also how Google pronounced it. I could be wrong, but it said derecho.
Because it's a type of, like, windstorm, I'm pretty sure. See, and I thought people were just calling it, like, a hurricane, like Derico. Like, hey, Hurricane Derico came through. That's what I was, like, interpreting it as. But no, it's, like, an actual scientific term.
That's funny.
But, yeah.
Dude, I was in ground fucking zero for that fucking shit. Up there in Huxley.
Huxley got hit the worst that I've seen yet.
We were out of power for 8.5 days. Our house didn't have power. 8.5 days, dude.
Yeah, we were up there doing gutters and fucking, yeah, there was no exaggeration. Yeah, there was like power lines down on every single fucking corner.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
You couldn't drive down a street that wasn't just filled.
No,
like the sides of the streets were just filled with trees from everybody's yard.
We went down one street and we had to turn around because the power lines were like fucking halfway, like halfway down. Yeah, so we couldn't even drive our truck through it.
We had a power line down in our backyard.
Yeah.
We live right on the highway. Like, you know where the Casey's is there?
Yeah, yeah.
This is a bit more exact. Next to the Casey's is that ice cream shop, Double Dipped. No.
Double Dip.
Dude, this place is bomb. It's like a Dairy Queen,
Granny's?
but not Dairy Queen. I don't know about Granny's. I've never had that.
You can get the fuck out.
All right, dude. Anyway, so I'm like catty corner to the Casey's. Yeah. So it's like right there on the highway. You've probably driven by it plenty of times.
Oh, we've only been through there like probably 3 times now.
Drove by it like 3 times.
Yeah, I probably drove by it 3 times. I don't remember though. But yeah.
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 Well, I think we've had a good episode.
That's a hell of a pod, dude.
Yeah, it's a hell of a pod.
Hell of a pod.
Some relatable stuff in here, and that's the #1 priority on this channel is relatable. You got to keep it relatable. But all right, guys. What is it? Episode 4, episode 5? I don't know, but Derek's gonna lead us out. What do the people on YouTube got to do?
Check out Derek's TV show coming to you soon. Probably on YouTube. What channels are going to be on?
Maybe some other platforms. Who knows?
Yeah. We're going to Vimeo. We're going to band.tv. Yeah. Because we're going to be saying some crazy shit.
Yeah. It's definitely going to be 18 or older.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, fucking... Maybe subscribe, like, comment. Definitely comment. You know, I got to have some feedback here. I said that on the last one and nobody commented. So please comment if you see this video. Just say, hey, you know, something. I don't know. But I'd like to know how I'm doing. I think I'm doing okay, I guess. But all right, people.
Trump 2020.
Peace.